So, hello and welcome to our podcast, Nuts About Design. It is the creative podcast from Pistachio Design, talking about all things in the design, creative and various arms of the designer agency world. Today we're joined by Emmy. Say hello, Emmy.
Hello, Emmy.
Iman. Hello, Iman.
Hello, yes.
And we'll be talking about design in general, really,
Yes,
all
yes.
different aspects. We will be talking about, because quite frankly, we're both bits of geeks, aren't we, when it comes to
Yes.
design and
Yes.
the use of certain softwares
Yes.
in design
And organising folders.
and organising folders. We love a good organisation, don't we, Emmy?
Yeah.
So, first of all, I think we should talk about what's your design process? How do you kind of come about it? When I was just saying to Lee when we were talking about briefs, when I hear a brief, I get a picture in my head of what I want to design.
Yes, same. I mean, it's
do
like,
you?
it depends on what comes. Sometimes you get a creative block, isn't it? When you just can't think of an idea. But sometimes when you
That's
hear
what
a brief,
Pinterest is for, Emmy.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah.
Back in the day when I
We
started,
didn't,
it was
yeah.
Creative Review.
Yeah.
I used to
Yes.
always used to give me so
Inspiration.
many inspirations. I also take inspiration from everything. Everything I see is design based. So
Yeah.
I'll see a lorry. We know we have a
Exactly,
lovely
yeah.
car game, don't we, Emmy? Yeah,
I don't
I
really
see
like that game anymore because
You
I
don't-
keep losing.
every time I see an every lorry, it
It's
triggers
like,
me because it looks like the designer and the client had a fight. And
Don't remind me of that. Yeah, there's so many of those, isn't
There
there?
is, isn't there?
But yeah,
Yeah.
you have to.
But you don't. I think a lot of the time, you as a designer, you look at design in the world and you go,
Yeah,
you can see where the client has interceded,
and then
and you think the
also it's
designer
like,
didn't come up
it's
with
when you're
that.
sitting with some people and you say, "See what happened there," and people look at you, "What's wrong?" Sorry, I'm a
I know.
designer. I
Yes.
see things that you don't
Yes.
see, and
Yeah.
people like look at me like, "What is she on about?"
Yes,
It's
yeah, yeah.
Just,
All the time, I'm
just,
sitting there
yeah.
going,
look at that! Look what
look
they
at-
did!
I know,
Oh,
right?
look at that! Why? Look at that! Yeah, and then
And you'll
there's
go,
like,
the
people
client
look
was
at me
involved.
Like, yeah.
The client was involved in that. You
Yeah.
know that a designer
They
didn't
were
do.
holding the mouse
Yeah,
on your hand and doing it.
yeah. They were
like,
standing
and,
over your
and-
shoulder, going,
and,
"Can you make it look like that?"
Exactly. The designer completely surrendered and
Yes.
you just lost passion and
Yeah.
so you just do it. Yeah. Tie the donkey, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you still work in the whole world of sketching out ideas?
Sometimes I do
Yeah.
actually, especially with logos or something. Sometimes I do like to, I just like to go back into pen and paper or pencil,
Yeah.
just organize
I
my
doodle a
thoughts, yeah.
lot.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
it does
lie.
help. Yeah, it does. I think it has to be. Although we tend now to just be more digital,
Electronical,
but
but yeah.
But I still,
You still like a good
Yeah,
piece of
yeah,
paper.
yeah,
Paul
yeah.
loves a good piece of paper.
you can see from around.
Yes,
him,
yeah. Paul has towers of paper. Everybody, unlike the rest of us, he likes a good, but it's all neat.
Yeah, it has to
Very
be neat. Yeah,
Yes.
I like lists. I love lists. To do
You
lists.
love a list.
Yeah. and
See,
take it
I
over.
find lists a little bit overwhelming
Oh my
sometimes.
god! I mean, if I can't put I have to have lists.
You have to have lists.
Because everything in my mind is just it's like
It goes into overdrive, doesn't it?
yeah. So I'll just need to put it down.
Yeah.
Then I'll calm down a bit.
Oh, well,
just
there
to
you go.
see, Yeah. And see what the.
I do think sometimes being a designer can be overwhelming because there is quite a lot of pressure on you to do something new every time
Yes.
and
Yes.
something different. And
Yes.
like I say, I find just seeing everything in the world, just everything is design.
Yes.
So,
exactly. I agree.
I file things. I've got like a little filing system in
I
my
do.
head that
That's
says,
when you said the process.
Yeah.
The first thing I do is just create the files.
Yes.
To make sure that I'm going to put everything where it should
Absolutely.
be. So I can find them easier.
yeah, that's
And
what I
then,
do. Everything is named
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah.
Even when I start an InDesign file, I will make sure that that everything's set up properly. The colours are right.
Yes.
Got to have the right colours in there.
Yeah.
It's
It's even for me. I love cooking as well. So I know
Yes.
it's off topic, but even when I go
Yeah.
into the kitchen, I can't start if everything is not like
Yes.
done around
I
me.
do
The
that.
atmosphere.
Yeah. I weigh everything first,
Yes,
so it's all in little
or
bowls.
I put all the stuff around
Yeah.
me, the ingredients in some, and then
It is the same process, I think.
I think so.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just, and it makes
like
it
baking a
actually,
cake.
but it makes it quicker as well as you go along when you have that process.
I do think
place.
that the initial kind of setup of a lot of this stuff, although it does take a little bit of time, saves so much time later on.
Later on, it does.
Especially when you're doing a massive report.
Yes.
We love those.
I miss those.
I know.
These are really. I know. It's one of
you
the
can
things
lose yourself in a report, can't
lots
you?
of designers or people who, let's say, this is the thing they hate, but it's one of the projects I
know.
love. I find it
them.
therapeutic.
So do I.
Especially, and even I know. I know someone in my mind that will hate what I'm saying, but even when I get corrections on a PDF, and I just go through it and check it as I go along.
I know. There's something, and I actually, because part of my job involves checking kind of stuff, because a lot of the times, I mean, we have had jobs with like 108 like little sticky notes and stuff on it. Yeah. And so it always helps to have somebody else kind of check it. And also I think sometimes amends are open to interpretation of what people have written. And I actually finding one really and I'm like, I found something.
It's like where's Wally?
Yeah, where's my end dash?
Find the difference between these
That's
two.
a hyphen. So what was the first program you used then? What's been your favourite kind of?
The first program I've used was something really sad. It's what is it called? I even forgot. The Microsoft one we build websites on. Front page.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Emmy.
It was really bad.
It is really bad.
That's the first one. I was training.
That's it. We're
Someone
through.
was training me, and then they was like, "We're trying that," and I just like to, and of course it's not there anymore. That's for a reason.
Yeah.
But then Photoshop. I started with first. I think the first version I've used was version 4.
I can't remember. I'm not a great Photoshop fan, as you know.
Yeah.
It has its place, obviously, but I was a Quark girl, to be fair. So first thing, and then also Corel. Corel Draw was awful.
Horrible. But then I moved into Illustrator.
Yes. Well, it was freehand.
Freehand.
PageMaker.
Freehand 7 or 6, and then 8 and 9, and then it moved to.
They also had Macromedia until Adobe took over the world. There was loads and loads of different programs. Now I'm really showing my age. In fact, when I started, Emmy, I didn't actually use a computer at all. I actually used overlays and gouache and ruling pens, and quite frankly, it was really good for me when it moved on. When we moved on, it was good. I'm a lot better with computers, to be fair. I'm not going to lie to you. But I think Quark. I think the first one probably I remember was about 3. Yeah.
I think the first one I used was 3.2, and then 4.
Yeah.
4 was like
was the big.
It was like a magic jump.
It was a massive jump.
And it was really good. But I don't think. I love a Quark.
I must say though, I think Illustrator recently has made some really good leaps. There's definitely been a lot more. You could spend quite a long time in Illustrator duplicating or working
and doing things as well, and it's like
there's so many
have to jump
new
into other software as you go, so it's
definitely
more solid,
becoming a lot easier to use. Although one thing, if Adobe is listening, which I'm sure they're not, but could you please just make your keystrokes the same throughout everything? It does drive me insane that every time I get a new Illustrator I have to set up the hide button.
Exactly.
And they haven't even got the find button. I'm going to have to just make it the same. And the whole the Photoshop one where you got to hold to resize.
You get used to one, then you change it again, and then you forget which one.
Just make it consistent.
Exactly, that's it. We don't. I think someone comes and says, "I don't like it." Okay, let's change it. And then someone else says, "No, we like it the other way," and then you go back, and it's like, okay.
They should get designers working on it.
Yeah.
So
they would, yeah.
Also, anyway. I think one of the things that we also both kind of work on is website design.
Yes, I do a lot of those.
And I actually started a very long time ago. A colleague of mine actually got me into HTML, and Dreamweaver, and that's how I started using, and it was before divs. I'm really showing my age. And before everything was
this is when that's when I first started. Was
mobile friendly.
Was horrible. I mean, but it was really basic.
Yeah.
To build websites, HTML and CSS was still kind of very.
But
then to the Dreamweaver. And
then, I mean, I can still code, and I have used it, but generally we use kind of a framework now within WordPress.
Clients want to update their own
because
websites.
and it does give flexibility to people to be able to do that sort of stuff. To be honest, they always say that they want to do it, and really they don't. Do they? No.
We end up doing the maintenance anyway.
But
which is better because lots of the websites when they
it can be quite
destructive.
Especially if you've got things to speed up the website, that often crashes it quite a lot. And I think that it's a bit like one of my old bosses used to say that, you got a dent in your car, and, you go to a garage to knock it out, and they say that'll be, £60, please. And they say, well, it only took you 2 seconds. And they say,
you do it yourself.
Well, it's £10 for the thing, and £50 of knowing where to hit it. It's
exactly it's the experience.
It's the knowledge and the experience that we've gained, and the fact that, we have been through all these ups and downs with it, and we generally know when things
we know
or
what
we
works,
don't panic when things go.
And there's a more thorough thing of how things are done behind it and why it's done this way. And
so also I think another great thing that we do is it's not just about making it look pretty, it's also making sure that it's usable, your user experience. Also, that you don't add 10 meg pictures to the homepage banner. That's been known to happen.
Just isn't it? We're
Yes.
just talking about it now because I was trying to migrate a website, and I found it that's 8 gigabytes when it's a website when it shouldn't be.
Yes.
Like trying now, we're going to go through all the images and see what's causing it to be that large. So.
But this is the thing, and I think
slows it down.
Exactly, and speed is king these days, especially with Google.
Of course, I mean the thing is.
Or Queen.
What's the main point of people having a website first place? Because people forget that are you having a website because you want it to look pretty, or it has to be functioning and you get a return on investment of what you've done, because then it has to be
obviously we are designers, so we want everything to look pretty.
Of course. That's why
gorgeous
design.
Gorgeous. Yes, and that's
websites restrict your creativity in some way, but it's because there are some guidelines.
You love a
things,
guideline. But this is it, I think. But also, I don't think that these frameworks necessarily stifle your creativity. I think they're
not.
about how you use it. Rather than
a website is mainly a tool.
Yes.
To drive the business, create revenue. So it has to. Sometimes it's not just about a pretty thing. It has to work in a certain way and tick the boxes and all the other bits of SEO and search engine, and then being listed and user friendly, as we said. So
I think a lot of people go, "Oh, I want a website. I'll create it and it'll make me money." They don't think about the fact that there's other things that need to be done. Google just doesn't find it.
Yeah, and that's why it's really important to start that from the get-go at the beginning. When you build a website from the ground up, you put these things in consideration.
That maintenance.
As you work on it. No, it's not good to do it afterwards as an afterthought, because it's just double the work.
And maintenance. Because we get people that have got a 5-year-old site and they go, it's going slow, and by the time you actually get to it and you want to update it, there's so many updates it just falls over. Or you can't update it.
That's why it has to be done.
It's like you should be thought about. It is a tool.
It's like a car. It's like a car. MOT for it, and you do a service every year, and all these things. You have to. There's a reason why you have to do it.
Yes.
You leave it too long. Going to the dentist, same thing, same concept.
Are there any design trends that you're loving right now in the website world?
I know that now it's all the gradients is coming back, like all those color, like bright colors, gradients.
I like the bright
all these colors that don't work on print, and it's more
they
digital,
don't work on print.
Yeah.
And this is why I actually went through with a client recently who wanted them to work on print, and so we had to actually do a whole. I am quite a colour. I love the challenge of a colour, but it's so important that you actually don't just pick a colour and think that it's going to work on everything. No, that again, it's a process.
And people don't know that there's a difference, isn't it? That's why they think, oh, it doesn't look when it printed. Because it's
mint green never works in print.
No.
It's like certain purples that have always been difficult to print. Yeah. It's just one of those things. I think kind of from a website perspective as well, is there was a point where everyone was not scrolling, then everybody was scrolling. Everything was a scroll. Yes. I think we're going slightly back towards less of a scroll. But I think people are starting to want more movement, aren't they? I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's definitely
and even
about.
I like that. I like it makes it more fun. That's why the thing is, sometimes when you design a proof, like the first proof, they say on flat.
Yes.
You can't imagine what you're going to put into it later.
I sometimes do find it quite difficult doing a hard flat because you can't kind of get across your whole design vision, can you? If you've not actually kind of created a page as opposed to trying to do it flat. It does obviously help so that the client can and people like Charlotte can structure content if needed. That always helps with a flat kind of design.
It's important. Always, wireframe is very important.
Absolutely. Well, it's part of the UX
design
UI
process.
So is kind of a balance, isn't it, between the creativity and the usability?
Yes.
How do you kind of work with that?
Well, it depends. Each project is different. Depends. I think I always think the main thing is what's the end goal. What's the end goal of the whole project? And then that will actually determine which side you really
I think
focus on more.
A sales website is going to be a completely different beast to somebody.
It's a portfolio, or someone's just playing their website as
or like is just showing their photos or whatever.
It's so different.
It is so different, isn't it?
So it's,
or they're just doing it so that you can download.
That's why
a PDF and get data from it. It's something completely different.
Yeah. That's why one website get this. Sometimes the clients come and go, I want a website. How much would that be? It's like,
how long is a piece of string?
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's so many aspects into that website.
Yeah, and then it's like, I want to chat. Well, that's if we want a chat function, that's something else. You know?
Exactly. Yes, each bit is different. Each bit takes work and where.
Well, as I was talking to Lee about the perfect brief, the
oh yes.
Perfect. The elusive, lesser known perfect brief.
Yes. And it's all that.
Yes. So, but what's your favourite? Do you have a favourite CMS? I know you do, but what's your favourite?
Yeah, well,
we're different. This is where we differ, but yes.
But I mean, because it's just gone into a process, because I've used so many of the, most of tried the new ones or the main major ones, and now I'm a big lover of Divi.
Yes.
Divi's my.
See, I tried it and it freaked me out very slightly, but I think that part of it is I'm quite a logically creative person, as in I like structure, and my dad was an engineering draftsman, so I have that kind of engineering, and I still also have code in my head. So I think sometimes I really like Avada because it's more it works the way my brain works, and I think that like you say, it's Quark versus InDesign, or it's everyone
it's
kind of works.
It's also what you get used to working on more, then you become more.
Yes.
And then and then sometimes I jump between different ones because you start, and then there's another website that is actually used Elementor or Avada or something, and then I have to jump.
Elementor is quite a big one, but it's also quite expensive, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's a definite this whole subscription based model within the design world has taken off
It's everything, isn't it?
Yes, now? Everything has kind
we
of a
used to even
subscription.
buy the software. We used to buy it once, but then now it's nothing. It's the once, but you have to subscribe.
So you'd buy it once, and then if you wanted to upgrade it, you do it every couple of years. Now it's every 30 seconds.
It comes with its problems.
It does, which is probably more actually security conscious, to be fair. But and in this day and age as well, needed. But back in the day,
when you used to have a CD,
when you used to have a CD that you put in,
Oh my God, we're showing our age now.
We are.
Still young.
Well, I mean, there's so much that we could talk about, and we have mentioned that we might have to do another podcast because we're getting to the end of this one.
We haven't spoken about how I started or that.
No. That's all for another day. I mean, all for another day.
We need that one.
Yeah.
Because you won't like it anyway.
Yes, absolutely. There's many more podcasts to be had out of you. So this is just how do you feel after your first one? Was it as scary as you thought?
No, it's fine actually. Yeah,
it was good.
It was
good. Yeah, it was just a chat.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening, everybody, and we have so many podcasts now to listen back to. Please take a look at our library and go back if you haven't listened to them before. If you've got any questions for Emmy, me, or anybody else in the team, please email hello@pistachiodesign.com, and we'll be back again soon. Thank you. Bye, Emmy.
Bye.